Welcome to another video by yours truly, Tony Solo. I just arrived here in New York City and it's so pumping. This is one of the reasons why I come here, because it has so much life. But this video that I'm going to show you right now is me talking to a girl. And what I want you to zone in on is, are you comparing yourself to me, or are you just simply watching me speak to a woman? Whoa, I didn't mean to scare you.
Okay.
Nothing, don't be alarmed. I was just saying hello to you.
I'm on the phone.
Oh, you are? Is it a very important call, or is it somebody you can say, you know what, there's a guy talking to me, he's interested in me, and I'll call you back?
It's my best friend.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, tell your best friend that you will call her back,
Why?
because I want to say hello to you.
It's one of these like sale things.
No.
Try to sell me things.
No, this is one of the things where the guy likes you, and he wants to say hello to you. He doesn't know who you are.
Okay.
It's one of those.
Hi.
I'm Anthony.
Sorry?
I'm Anthony.
Well, I'm Ravisa.
You know, I thought you were Russian when I walked past.
That's how I naturally walk.
No, I'm saying the way you look. You look Russian. You have very strong features.
Oh, Russian. I thought you said rushing. Yeah, I get that before. I mean,
Yeah?
yeah. I actually gotta go to one of the stores.
Yeah?
So, it's nice meeting you, but I have to kind of get going.
Tell your friend you're calling back.
Huh?
Tell your friend that you'll call her back.
No, it's not about my friend. I just mean like I have to go to the store.
You do?
Yeah.
You don't look like you're in a rush. You're walking very slow.
I do not walk slow. I walk so fast. It's my natural pace. That's how I typically walk.
So, another time, how can we continue this? Because right now you're leaving and you're telling me you gotta go.
Yeah,
But,
so I have to get something, then I gotta go home. To do schoolwork.
Well, let's continue this another time.
Okay. Oh, she just hung up on me.
Oh, that's good. I mean that she's giving me a chance.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, before we do this, what do you do here in New York City? Because people have interesting lives here. What do you do?
I work. I intern. I'm a full-time student. I can't really see.
Okay, do you want me? I'll turn this way. Like this?
Yeah.
The sun don't bother me. You're still doing this. It's not in your eyes anymore.
Okay. I don't know. My eyes are sensitive to eyelid. Oh, sunlight. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I do. And you?
I'm here running a seminar this weekend. This week? Well, this weekend, but I'm here for this whole week. I run a seminar this weekend, so.
For what?
Self-development.
Huh?
Self-development.
Several development?
No, that sounds good, but I don't know what that is. But it's.
I don't know. I'm not understanding. What is that?
No, I said self-development.
Oh, self-development.
Yes,
oh,
not.
okay.
You said several. I was like, if it was something called that, I would be really interested in what it is.
Yeah, I thought it was something else. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. You're just living here for a week?
Yeah. New York, I usually come to New York in the fall of every year.
Oh, interesting. From where?
Well, I live in Europe, but I come here and I see my family, and then I come to New York City.
That's cool. Interesting. Anything else has to be said? It's 347.
I want to tell you that I approach women, but I am no more than you. It's not like my worthiness is more than your worthiness. That is simply based on the comparison that you go through when you see me talk to someone and you are not doing that. That's why I want to get into this simple but truthful point that's going to help you understand worthiness. You are just as worthy as me and any other guy out there. It's just, where do you place your value? Do you place it on your self-worth or on if you're genuine or not? Because this is really the difference between a man who has self-worth and a guy who doesn't have self-worth. Firstly, let me tell you that I am no different than you. I'm short, you may be tall. I'm black, you may be white. You may be Asian, you may be Indian. You may be any race out there. I have all the body parts that you have. I am no different than you. We are both guys. We are. It's not like I've been blessed with this opportunity to have this amazing self-worth or the opportunity that you don't have. I remember all the times where I used to feel like, you know what? Guys are just different than me. Of course, I didn't start out being bad with women, but I'm talking about when it comes to the streets and talking to women in the clubs, I used to think like, fuck, they just have so much more. You know, it was because of the guys they were around. It was because they have the opportunity to be able to do this more because they're in a bigger city. I had all these comparison ways of, you know what, it's because they can do this and I can't do that. It's constantly comparing their situation to me, constantly comparing me to them. And I used to do this heavily back in the day. Heavily back in the day. Just so strong I used to do this. And I remember in my journey of trying to find what self-worth means, I used to have these lists. I created these lists where I would just write down things like, okay, I'm worthy because I'm understanding. I'm worthy because I'm going after what I want in my life. I'm worthy because when I feel fear, somehow I find a way. I would write lists like this. And then I would look over it day after day after day to be able to give me the chance to know that this is true. And I was trying to get leverage from these words. And you may feel this too, that you have to get leverage from situations to try to find the self-worth that you want. Even to the point where I did this in relation to women. I remember where I used to write down things where it would go, you know what? I'm great as a man because I am someone who allows a woman to be who she wants to be. I'm great as a man because I am confident. I'm great as a man because I'm willing to admit my faults. Like I had these lists even in relation to women because I was just trying to find what is the way that I can feel worthy of the women out there. What is the way that I can feel worthy as a man? And through trying lists and to trying this thing where I used to go, you know what? I'm the one that's going up with the full plate and she's the one that's gonna be able to go, do I want the plate or not? I had so many different techniques that I used to go through because I just wanted to find ground on the inside. I just wanted to find what is it like to have this place that people call home on the inside, that people call comfort. I didn't know what it was. And I started to let go of the list because when I was doing the list, it was false power. It didn't really have any strength behind it. And when I let go of the list, then I started looking at guys again on YouTube. I was looking at guys, I was like, okay, this guy can talk to this girl. I'm noticing this guy can do this. And as I'm looking at these guys, I noticed that everything that they're doing, I'm just comparing constantly. Why do I keep comparing myself to them? And every time I compare myself, I get discouraged. I would see a guy do something to a really, really attractive girl. He would like spin her, or he would kiss her, or he would be taking her home, and I would feel like I can't do that right now. And immediately I would feel this hit of I'm not worthy. It's because those girls, I'm getting ready for them. All these things that I developed simply because I was comparing myself always. But then I stripped that away. I started to strip away, you know what? If I continue to look at these videos with this attitude, instead of the standpoint of I am here to learn from this guy or appreciate what this guy is doing because I want to do this too, then I'll never feel worthy. I just will never feel worthy ever. So I started to strip away my comparison into seeing other guys do this. This is one of the first things that I did. Then I went, all right, now that I've stopped comparing myself to guys who I perceive to have more self-worth than me, what I need to stop comparing myself to now is anyone who I perceive to have more self-worth than me. Not just the guy that's good with women, but anybody who I perceive to have worth more than me. I need to not try to compare myself to them. And it's bringing me back to a story where it was this tall girl. She was so beautiful to me. I mean, she was, I would say, one of the most attractive girls that I've ever spoken to in my life. She was about 6'4" in her heels, so she's probably maybe 6'1", 6 foot. And she had this blue dress on, and she had her makeup on. She's absolutely gorgeous. I have rarely ever talked to a girl like that, but she was that attractive to me. And as I'm speaking to her, I really perceived this woman to be more than me. I really did. I perceived this woman to be more than me. Because I'm thinking, okay, she must have so many guys around her in her life. She must have so many situations in her life where she can get guys like me always at her access. What's so different about me that's gonna allow me to get this girl? That's how I was feeling in front of her. And I was coursing to me in thoughts that were coming fast. And then, as I'm talking to the girl, I noticed that I start to do things that I don't wanna do, but I'm reacting to the part of me that doesn't feel like it's worthy. So what I started to do, I started to act like I'm really cool. I started to act like I can have her and I don't need her. And I started to do all these little things that are actually just manifestations of you not feeling like you're worthy. So I would be in front of her, and by the way, I was sweating so hard and my knees were shaking, and I was shaking because this girl was so attractive to me. And I would say things and I would look away while she's talking. And you know, as I started doing this, she started to mimic me, because she started to go, since you're gonna be an asshole to me, I'm gonna be an asshole to you. So she challenged everything that I was doing. She didn't let me actually ask her any question without her challenging my question. She never ever let me off the hook. And the whole time I just felt like I'm just not enough for this girl. And it manifested by her constantly challenging me, her constantly pushing on me like this. I would ask her a question and she would be like, and she sometimes would look away. Or I go, yeah, but this thing, and she was like, no, I don't think so. And with the whole time she did this. And guys, I have to tell you right now, I'm in New York City, and you know all the banging right now is from the drum. So she did all that, and I felt really, really small in front of this woman. And at some point, I just went, I have to relax, because this woman just wants to speak to me, but I'm trying so hard because I don't feel like I'm worthy of this woman. I'm trying thing after thing after thing and trying to move in certain ways, and I'm trying to make it seem like I don't care, trying to act disinterested. I'm doing all these different things, but none of it's working. Then after I relaxed, an amazing insight came to me. All she wanted me to do was be genuine with her. I didn't have to try to prove that I had worthiness, because the moment I relaxed, she relaxed. Then when things became real, a certain warmth came over me. I felt in that moment, I did all these different things, and this woman still is here. But now that I relaxed, this woman now wants to speak to me in a normal sense. I went through all these different things, and now it's the end of the night and it's time to go home. Of course, at the last moment I found out she had a boyfriend, but through everything that I did, I just tried so much, and this woman, all she wanted was me to be real. That's it. I bring this to your attention because being genuine with a woman is more important than you and your level of self-worth. Let me tell you this very precisely again. Being genuine with a woman is more important than your level of self-worth. Women don't register your self-worth when you're in front of them. They don't. There are some women who actually look at men and go, I wouldn't go for him. That's fine. But the majority of women, they do not register your self-worth when they're in front of you. They're only registering, why are you there? That's what they're registering. And it's a misconception to believe that, okay, they're registering that, okay, I'm not cool enough. Okay, they're registering that I'm not tall enough. They're registering that I'm being kind of weird in this way. That's a misconception. When you actually are in front of a woman, she's only registering, why are you in front of me? That's it. All the other things that you think that she's registering is not even coming into her mind. She's just reacting to you. Okay, he's in front of me. Why is he here? Oh, he's interested in me. Am I interested in him? That's a feeling for her. She's not logically going through this, but this is the process. Oh, okay, I'm interested in this. Let's see where this goes. And then things continue on. Or she goes, I'm not interested in this. And her manifestations of showing that may be walking away or feeling weirded out, or even sometimes staying there with you and just being polite. There's many ways that this may register, but I must tell you that she's not registering whether you have low self-worth or high self-worth. So when you're out there and you're looking at women, forget about this whole self-worth thing. Forget about it. Because if you want to know the truth about it, self-worth is actually not real. It's not. Any man out there who say, at this moment I became worthy, he's lying to you. Because worthiness is only something we put in ourselves for us to have to attain. It's the same thing as saying I want to be confident. It's all these different things that makes no sense and that actually doesn't mean anything in the real world. It just doesn't. If you strip what confidence and self-worth and all these things mean away, all you have is, I see a woman, I like her, I'll go talk to her. That's it. So forget right now about self-worth. Only put your focus on, am I interested in this woman or not? Only put your focus on that. If you only put your focus on that, what happens is you can see the woman and go, okay, I have a desire to go there. And you can choose to follow that desire or not. Men who follow that desire are not more worthy than the men who don't follow that desire. They're not. They just followed it. That's simply it. You're probably just in a position where you're not following it. And that's what I came to see, is that I was always worthy of everything, always worthy of every woman I wanted to speak to. Were there some girls who I spoke to and at the time they felt like they were so attractive that it's hard for me to feel normal in front of them? Yes, that was a thing. But that was just my body reacting to that. But when I shift my focus over to, I'm not gonna see this woman as, okay, she's higher than me, lower than me, any of that. I'm just gonna see her as a woman that I wanna speak to. Because it's true. Right now, I feel the desire and I wanna go speak to her. So I'm gonna focus more on me being genuine about why I'm there than trying to figure out, am I this or am I that? And this is what I advise you to do. I advise you to shift your awareness to, oh, I like this woman, I'm interested in her. Being genuine about that, being real about that. And take your complete focus away from, am I worthy or not? Because the true track is, what some guys feel is, okay, if she's really incredibly attractive, then I'm not worthy. If she's so a little bit attractive, okay, that's okay for me. But it's like, as the attractiveness moves up, a guy's self-worthiness goes down. That's how most guys operate. And this is where things become completely real for you. Is that in the world where we feel like, okay, you know what? This woman is more to me. You know what? This person is more to me. It's not real, simply because when we become real, we become in this present moment. And this present moment doesn't go, okay, this is higher or this is lower. It's just, this is here. And this is why I tell you to shift it. That's it. If you shift it, what will happen is you will feel different. And this is what happened for me. I started to feel different the moment I shifted away. I stopped looking at, okay, that guy's more worthy than me because he's getting that girl. She's really attractive and she's with him. Fuck, I wish I was like that guy. It shift from that to, that girl's attractive. And I just keep walking. Because I knew that I was going after girls now who I felt they were attractive to me, and I wasn't trying to meter out where they are on the scale. I'm just seeing them and I'm going, okay, that's who I want. When you're operating like that, there's no second thought of, okay, am I worthy or not? Or fuck, she's too attractive, maybe she's in a rush. These little ways that it manifests. None of that happened for me because I simply became genuine. Which means I became authentic about what that desire meant for me. That desire speaks to you in a certain way. It does. It lets you know that this is where you want to go. This is what you want to do. And if you follow that, ask yourself afterwards, was I worthy? Because worthiness is only something that's a before thought. But I'm giving you the chance to go, even when you do go do it, was I worthy of that? Was I worthy of her? Because the moment you do that, you're going to see the absurdity in it. It is absolutely absurd. It really is. And everybody talks about self-worth. Everybody talks about, trying to become worthy of this and feeling like you're enough. The way that you feel like you're enough is to simply forget about what enough means. And I'll make a video on this sometime soon. But this is when things start to change for me. That's what I wanted you to get today. If there's anything you can take away from this video, it is this. Be genuine and only focus on being that. Once you focus on being genuine with a woman, you will forget about what it means to be worthy of her. You will simply forget. I hope this video gave you so much insight into, basically, I'm not worthy, more worthy than you. We're in the same boat with the same opportunities. It's just, I've been different. That's it. I've just followed what was genuine for me. I just was real. That's simply the difference between you and me. And once you start becoming genuine about what's real for you, which is I want to go speak to her, then you'll notice that we're the same. If you don't know, I'm coming to Toronto. Right now I'm in New York City and I have my seminar coming up this weekend. I don't know any of you who know about that, but you had the chance to sign up and now it's too late because I'm not going to take anybody else. But in Toronto, I'll be there. For all of my Toronto guys and my Canadians, I'll be there in 2 weeks. November 18th, I have a seminar. The same one that I'm running here, but of course, it'll be very different. Until then, I have a free course for you. It is my Meet to Bedroom series, teaching you everything from the approach all the way to what do I do when I get her at my front door and she wants to come in. In the meantime, subscribe. You can click the little button. Share this with anybody who you feel this will be good for. And like I always say, who you are is valuable for that which you want. In life and in relation to women. It's just realizing it. I'll see you in the next video.